Hey folks, rinimt here, and welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV Dawntrail. Kicked off the 7.3 story, and well, we're looking at what remains of Geode. And unfortunately, so let's speak with Sphene. My memories and yours. We should return to the back room. Shale and the others need to know what happened. Yes, I'll ask Wayakwe to meet us there as well.
Our dear Geode.
The soldiers. If only I'd been able to control them.
This isn't your fault, Gololja. The blame lies with Calyx, and with him alone. It's all so senseless. Why force his plans upon us when we're already happy? Living our lives. What does he even think life is? I'll never forgive Calyx for doing this. Or myself for being powerless to stop him. Wait, where are you going? To clear my head. Don't worry, I won't do anything stupid.
Stay here and get some rest. I'll make sure Nostalgia stays out of trouble.
Thank you.
Things would have been far worse if you and Geode hadn't rushed in there. Many people are still alive because of you. And after adding what you discovered to the leads we've dug up, I'm hopeful we can determine where Calyx is hiding. But not right now. We need time before we can move on. Just a little time.
Oh, Geode.
Another comrade gone. Some days it's almost more than I can bear. Geode he was an older brother to Nostalgia and me. Shale knew him longer though, and surely taking it the hardest. That's on top of what happened with Kakiwa. Maybe you could check on her, see how she's doing. She's like to put on a brave face if it's me or my sister. I can do that. Apologies, my mind was elsewhere. We need to press on with this hunt for Calyx, but I can't seem to focus. We should be better than this, I know. As you said, you need time to work through it. You're right. I ought to heed my own words. As it stands, I'm of no use to anyone. Kokiwa used to say the best thing to do with grief was to let it all out. So, I think I'll take myself over to Earthen Sky and say my goodbyes to Geode. Well, you come along. I could use someone to blubber to if you've a shoulder to spare. Right then, let's get out of Everkeep for a bit. Yay, free ports. It's a fair trek on foot, so I've arranged for a couple of air-wheelers. They've had their communication modules removed, so even Calix should be able to seize control of them. Say the word and we'll set off. Ready? We'll be flying close to the pylons, so follow my lead. I act like I haven't flown through this area so many times already. These air-wheelers are Reynolds babies. You won't find a smoother ride in all of Everkeep. For years now, I've been taking one out for a turn whenever I needed to lighten my mood. Sometimes Geode would come along too, and we'd end up racing. Does that surprise you? Our friendship always had a competitive edge. Hey, Heshiwala. Just chilling there. Over there. We would often talk about how one day we might fly our wheelers outside the dome. Or that's still out of range. It's possible it's out of range still. I'm just like looking around at the new draw distance and we're having this conversation. And Shale's gotten oddly quiet. Almost there. Be sure the ground is clear before you touch down. Phew, that's helped clear my head a touch. You know, Arya, you might be the first person I've ridden with who wasn't an Oblivion recruit. As far as I remember, at least, the memories from my regular days aren't exactly reliable. Come on, let's head inside. Hopefully the way will be clear of pests today. Alright. I can ride inside. Go faster right here this way. That does not look clear of pests to me. Deal with them. Lazy monk method. Thanks. We can usually avoid such encounters, but sometimes they wander in and block the only path. Not that it slowed you down at all. Never seen you fight up close before. The surveillance feed clearly didn't do it justice. Hopefully that keeps the route clear for a while, shall we?
Whenever we lost a comrade, the three of us would come back here to reminisce. Me, Geode, and Kafkiwa. Will you raise a glass?
To Geode's memory.
Oh! What are the two of you doing here?
I had a feeling you'd show up. Would you like to join us?
I suppose I could spare a moment. They tell us Oblivion's founders disappeared some decades ago under mysterious circumstances, and it was ffxiv who revived our organization. You and Geode helped her with that, didn't you? Tell us more about it. You're keen to know too, right? What they were like back then, the mad things they got up to, that sort of thing.
Those were the days. It was actually right before the Reformation that I met Geode. I still wore a regulator then. I had recently lost someone close to me. I'd also quit a long stint as an adapter to work at a bar of all places. It paid me to sit with patrons and keep them company. So Geode came in one night. It wasn't long before we got into an argument. First-time customer, but tempers flared. And then one of us threw a punch.
You got into a fist fight? What were you even arguing about?
Damned if I know. We were deep in our cups. I think we were both just frustrated and angry at everything. By the end of it, we were both sprawled out in the street. Pair of drunken fools. Then this odd machine stopped to lecture us, scolding us for obstructing the foot traffic and not taking better care of ourselves.
I can't imagine you ever being in such a sorry state. The odd machine, that was ffxiv, I take it.
That it was. Once she was done upbraiding us for our unseemly behavior, she launched into a recruitment pitch. ffxiv explained that she wanted to protect the outside world from Zoralja's invasion, to keep him from bringing ruin to the place her beloved son lived. And if we were so intent on self-destruction, then perhaps we might consider risking our hides for a just cause. It was a lot to take in. I hadn't given much thought to what lay beyond the barrier, and learning that ffxiv herself was already dead was enough to make my head spin. But Geode and I were intrigued by her ideas, and wanted to see this future of hers come to pass.
Geode often spoke of it. He told me that meeting ffxiv was what first taught him the value of remembering people.
Like he was sharing a holy revelation.
Oh, but back then you hadn't yet taken on Oblivion's name, had you?
Is that so? I just assumed.
It hadn't been ffxiv's intention to carry on Oblivion's legacy, nor adopt the cause your parents championed. Not initially, at least. She wasn't even aware such an organized resistance existed. She did, however, suspect the presence of other dissidents, those who objected to resurrecting the memories of the dead in defiance of the natural order. In the hopes of identifying like-minded comrades, we began searching the core system for traces of unauthorized access, and that's how we found it. An anomalous sector in the back of the Neon Stein. According to Melancholy, the door to that mystery had remained firmly shut since she took over the business.
The back room.
The back room. We forced our way in, only to discover that the hideout had long been abandoned. Although the occupants were gone, the equipment they'd left behind contained records of a group calling itself Oblivion. After reading through their exploits and their vision for the future, we made the decision to carry on their work.
Thus were my parents' and ffxiv's hopes bound together.
And carried onward by Shale and Geode.
We could never have made it this far on our own, of course. Not without the strength of arms you and your friends provided. Losing comrades is a hard thing, but being here, thinking back on the moments we shared, I can see their smiles, hear their laughter. I feel their presence, and I know they're still with us. But these memories of mine are for me alone. Reminders of why I chose to do this, and why I'll stay the course. Right. Time we got back to work. Thank you, everyone.
No, it's me who should be thanking you. Though the pain is still deep, I don't feel like I'm drowning in it anymore. Let's get out there and put a stop to Calyx. For you, for me, and for everyone who's ever believed in Oblivion.
I appreciate you helping me through this, and not only the grief, it helped me see that my comrades mean even more to me than I realized, which only fuels my determination. I'll be spending every waking moment working to bring Calyx to account for his crimes. I'll do my part, then you do yours. Oblivion needs you. I don't want any of this. Sure. What is this materia? A darkness in the heart. It's time I went back to locating Calyx's lair. I have a new strategy in mind, but it remains to be seen if it will aid in narrowing down the possibilities. I'll ask Corel for help. I want to re-examine the data, starting with that of her parents. After all, they were the first to break away from preservation and establish an organized resistance with Oblivion. There must be something in there that can point us in the right direction. What are your plans, Arya? Arya, is that you? Apologies for calling suddenly. Been making the rounds in the outskirts. I cannot help but feel as though something is amiss. Might I ask you to join me? Your perspective would be most appreciated. It can wait until you've finished attending the Shale, of course. Seems your plans have been decided for you. Go on, I've others to speak with before I return to the back room. Oh, do I even get a free port this time? Wow. Fine. Outskirts. There you are. Spooky music. Arya, thank you for coming. As I mentioned, I would benefit from your worldly experience. Perhaps it is my imagination, but the townspeople appear to be acting oddly. That is, even considering the current state of affairs. As I am yet unfamiliar with the outskirts, I thought you might be better equipped to judge if their behavior is unusual or not. Will you speak with them and see what you think? Though I hope to be proven wrong, I fear something is not right here. I mean, I can already tell you, music is spoopy. You're not very regular. Don't you know the end is coming? Well, it's your life to lose me. I got one of those neo-regulars and registered as soon as a little while ago. As soon as I did, a display appeared showing the number of registered users. Right now it's sitting at 4,168. The upper limit was 5,000, wasn't it? It seems the total shot up right after those machine malfunctions. It's only a matter of time before everyone's registered. I pity those who weren't chosen, but I'm going to be an endless. I'm going to evolve and live happily ever after. Right down here, trembling resident. Oh, please tell me you brought more neo-regulars. Officially, they've all been handed out, but I've heard rumors there are a few left over. Surely the government has some, or perhaps Queen Sphene. I may not look it, but I was a hunter once. Back then, I hardly gave death a second thought. But now that I know the truth, it's all I can think about. There has to be a way to hold on. There has to. Oh, of course it's the Yule. Why is it always the Yule? Square, please implement a mount block list. Besides this really small favorites list. Greetings, I remember when you visited with Queen Sphene. Come to check on our well-being, have you? Well, I can say things are rather stressful out here as well. Without knowing if or when our machinery might turn murderous, the specter of death is ever present. People are terrified, and the clamor for neo-regulars has reached a fever pitch. I personally was fortunate to have claimed a new device early on and have long since completed registration. Death has no hold over me now. Now I must begin my prayers. The darkness draws closer, grows deeper, and we must cast it out. Okay, let's go back to Sphene. Right down here. Let's have OBS be silly again. Okay, I think it still runs fine. It's just sometimes the UI freezes on the OBS if I have too much stuff open. So, what do you think? Was I right to worry? Their fear is palpable. Yes, that is exactly it. People are overwhelmed by uncertainty and fear, and with each new registration, that fear inside them grows more insistent. How long until it drives them into full-blown panic? Arya, can you come to resolution? We have a problem. I'm already here with Lama T and Alphino. It sounds like she wants us there in a hurry. We should go. I mean, hey, I like free warps.
What's happened? Sorry to drag you out here, but I thought it best you see for yourself.
Death is your constant companion. Though you toil with diligence, death may come ere your reward is bestowed. Though your grand works be poised for completion, death may come ere you wake the following morn. Though you enjoy a life of peace and good fortune, death needs but one instant to claim you. Your bodies are weak. Your heart, your brain, every fragile organ rolls the dice from moment to moment. Sheer chance deciding if they function or fail. Be you stoic or generous or righteous, no virtues tip the scales in that fatal reckoning. The choice is made without reason. The end is cloaked in terror. That is what it means to die.
The announcement began after we finished our meeting with Gossen. As for its source, well...
Alex.
There is no shame in being afraid. It is that very fear which will drive you to conquer death. Let us set a new course for mankind. Let us preserve our existence unto perpetuity. Hope for it, wish for it, pray for it. We will become endless. With evolution's brilliance, will we banish the ever-present darkness of mortality.
Change isn't easy. No one ever wants to take the first step. But this is the right path for us. What other way could there be? I'm gonna do it. I'm going to register.
Val Wuklemat! You couldn't have come at a better time. Please, you have to let us move to Tuliyalal.
It's too dangerous to stay here. Who knows when the next century will turn on us? Even if we wanted to become endless, there are no more neo-regulators to be had. Fleeing is our only option.
If the solution was as simple as leaving, then we'd all have left already. Did you not hear the announcement? For the living, death is a foregone conclusion. No matter where we go, or who we shelter with, we won't get another chance like this to overcome our fate.
Easy for you to say when you have that regulator.
The Landsguard are on their way as we speak, and arrangements have been made to see that you all will be safely evacuated. Tulihiola will aid you in whatever way we can. So please, remain calm.
I want to help Alexandria. I want to save its people. But what can I do? I am not their queen.
Alex has access to the core system, which means if he chose to do so, he could deploy the soldiers beyond the barrier. Even if our people learn to live with death and decide to leave the dome behind, they will not be beyond his reach. Yet, if it serves to allay their fears even a little, I beg you, Wuklemat, please let them shelter in Tuliyalal. We will welcome any and all who want to come. We've already begun evacuations, and we will be able to pick up the pace once the Landsguard arrives. In which case, we had the best spread out and keep an eye on the crowds. The mood is tense and we must prepare for possible violence. If you happen to turn where Calyx is hiding, though, we'll be ready to move at the moment's notice. Surely we'll find a clue of some kind soon. He can't elude us forever. Violence and fear is not the future she envisioned for her nation. Well, I think, before I speak with Wuklemat, I'm going to call it good there. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, consider tossing a like, comment, subscribe. Maybe click the bell for notifications. Also be sure to check out the description below. Various links, social media, Discord. Come hang out, get notifications there as well. And until next time, this is rinimt signing out. Bye!